Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a dancer's cross-training class focused on strength and stamina. Clear your space. If you have a yoga mat available, we'll be working on the floor as well as standing today. Feel free to be barefoot with me or wear comfortable athletic shoes, dance shoes, have water nearby. It's also helpful to set up near a wall, perhaps for balance, or to have a chair or comfy couch nearby to help support you in balancing. So let's begin by taking a deep breath, planting your feet in the earth, and noticing as you just start to bend the knees and stand tall, as you kind of shake off anything that may have come today before class, or maybe roll off your shoulders and release anything you have left to do today. And just be here right now in your body, grounding, releasing, and bring the hands to the belly as you sense that you are centering yourself. So the key to strength and stamina, which could sound intimidating, is actually about being centered in your core. So that's our focus today, is how to pull our energy in. Let's go ahead and stretch the arms out to the side as you're just bending and straightening the arms and the legs now. How to gather energy into your center. All right, rooting down, rising up. As you root down and reach, bending the knees and rising up. Pulling all good things into you, right? Everything's easier when you feel like you're moving from a connected, centered place. Now let's reach up, palms open, and then fingertips reaching up, and then elbows pull in, palms up. Again, pulling the energy in. Notice how that affects your core as we start to warm up, as we shrug the shoulders back and down. And can you, at the bottom of your exhale, feel an extra little pull in at your center? So you're gathering even more strength, even more vitality, building breath by breath, this sense of endurance and stamina, right? We can power through anything if we feel true and connected at the center of ourselves. Good, walk the arms out and the legs out. I think you just walk the legs, right? And then reach and tap side to side, pulling the hands in. Again, it could be palms up or hands on the hips, if that helps remind you to sort of cinch at the waist. Palms out and in. Good, so it's a plie. See how seamless you can make this. If it feels better in your body to be parallel or slightly turned out. If you're feeling like a ballerina today, then go into a second position plie. All right, if you're feeling a little more jazzy or modern, then stay loose and centered here, slightly more parallel. All right, it's up to your body, your style, your knees and hips. All right, and as we move from the core, let's sweep across the body, side to side. So reach and point, reach and point. Again, you're bringing all good things into you, centering and feeling that you're energized as you breathe and reach, sweep, and gather. Good, now let's take one up and over the top in a circle. Yeah, so right arm circling. And again, the plie is as deep as you like, or it can be right on top. Easy weight shift. Staying balanced. Other side, reaching. Up and over. Now I'm going in the other direction, I realize. So let's go and take a few up and over. Good. And then to the first side. All right, back around. Oh, we gotta be even. Last two. 1, Good, in the middle. Reach your right arm up and down, and just your right arm up. Little drop swing plie. Opposite hand is helping to remind you to move from your core, to cinch the waist. When the arm goes up, feel as though you're corseting the torso. And then let's switch sides. Nice and easy. Drop swing. Good, we're moving the breath. Yes, and the body is our vehicle for the breath, right? Carrying us through. But the breath is the focus, right? The depth of breath. So we feel there's that cardio component. Let's do both arms. Now, up to you with the drop swing. If it feels good in your shoulders, you could do a full circle over the top. Forward and back still counts. If that's more your vibe. If it feels crunchy or sticky, then stay with the forward and back. Or you could even take the fingertips to the shoulders and shorten the length in the arms so there's a little less weight, to carry. And then let's go in the other direction. Okay, and again, if you feel like you want to take the arms, full arm circle, right? Or really small arm circle, moving the energy, being moved by the breath. Good, last one. As you come to the top here, point your right leg, and then we're gonna go up and over to the right. Then up, tippy toes and over. Hands come across and across. All right, so easy side to side. That slight turn of the torso to wrap the hands to the opposite hip. And again, it can be very easy. You could take it nice and low, right? Or you could even catch a little air at the top, right? Just pumping the breath. Up to you. Last few. Well done. Last one. Back to the middle. Shake it out. Okay. Now step touch. You gotta remember that this is a dancer's workout, and don't forget to enjoy the music. All right, that is what gives us a little more stamina, right? A little more oomph, is feeling connected to a good feeling. The vibration of the music. Okay. Now, adding on a little bit, as you step touch, we're gonna take the right leg and just circle the ankle and circle the hips. You could also circle your shoulders and the arms, starting to move the energy, and then reverse it. Oh, tricky. Yeah, just let it get weird. It's okay. Yeah, don't worry about the form. Just keep moving and breathing. Other side, step touch. And now the left ball of the foot, and then circle. And again, as you're doing that, your rhythm, I want to feel like we're waking up the ankles and the knees and the hips. Feel it in the core. And then squirm it out in the other direction. Sort of unfolding of energy. Woo! Well done. Step and reach. Over the top. Crossing the center. Like wiping your lens clean, right? Everything's getting more open, more clear. Now reverse it, up and around. Almost bought it. Watch your foot there. Yes, maybe actually don't have to look at them. But if you get tripped up, take a moment to really feel your feet in the earth. Maybe even look down and make sure they're still attached to your body. Back to the middle, 2 feet. Ground it down, reach out and up. Second position plie with an arm swing. Good, feel as though when you push down, your core lifts up and in. Okay, well done. From here, come back to the center. Step the feet in. Now, you can be on your mat or just doing a little flick off. First position, little flick little flick. Hands can be at the hips, helping to cinch the waist. Flick, flick. So the impulse, right, the accent is out. And then create a little circle here with the hands. If it feels good, right, so here's balance. Here's an option. Hands at the center. We're up and over. Flick, flick, flick. Now I think it's gonna go to tempo. Good. So hopefully feeling your feet are, woo, stretching, articulating, almost like you could pick up things with your toes. Back to the middle, first position, plie, little pulse. Let the shoulders slow-mo shimmy. Palms open toward me, thumbs up. So right in the center, but the torso can sway side to side. So you'll feel that at the hips, in the rib cage. You could reach up and keep pulling energy in. Feel it at your center. Good, last one. Walk the feet out. Reach out into an X shape. Crossing the center line here, we're gonna shift the weight to your right. Peel, right, that little flick. I want you to peel the left toes off and then bring the elbow across. You can give me a little wave. Elbow towards your knee and then thread it back out into the X shape. Lift and shift the weight. Peel off. Reaching across the knee and the elbow. Little wave. And then back to center. Again, shift right, cross, step, shift left, cross, step, right, lift, left. Now see if you can sip the energy up through your core. Keep it slow as you need, or perhaps you can step and cross. Good. Find that plie side to side. Woo, and you can keep kind of waving toward me. If the arms start to feel heavy, you feel any stress in your neck or shoulders, fingertips, or even hands to hips. All right, kicking the knee towards the opposite shoulder. Initiate from your center. Good, up to you. Stay with it. Last few, you're doing great. Inhale, exhale. All right, bring it back to the center. Plie and lift. Sweep back down. Slow-mo, dig in, plie. And one more. Good. Good breathing. Push off. Bring the legs back. First position. Now, you're welcome to work on the mat. I will, to kind of help gather and give you a little more stickiness, right? So sticky mat, a little more stickiness for this peeling, almost like you're sculpting energy up and out of the earth. Good, and then switch. And again, like you're kneading the mat. We all need something, right? Good. Now, let's step to the far left side and then work with a little bourrée energy to sort of gather the energy. So as if these were my legs, right? We just sort of try to stay as close together as possible and gather, gather, gather step. Hands at the hips, plie into the earth, and then see if you can rise and gather and feel that connection at your core, this releve. Now, if you need, be close to a wall or a chair and feel as though you can have a little assist as you step the right foot slightly in front of the left, like third position or fifth position, crossing ankle to toe. I'm gonna work in third, yes. And then rise up. Now this may be enough. You could stay right here and then just sort of flutter, almost like a butterfly feeling here. Or if you feel like you could bourrée across, step together, step, plie, tendu, Other side, using whatever support you need and rising up. Good. Plie. Zip up like you're just threading energy from the floor of the pelvis all the way up towards the crown of the head. And again, you could stay right here, pulling up through your base. Stay here and just sort of walk in place. Yeah, or bore. Ah, little flutter, flutter, flutter. I feel like a ballerina. And then plie. Step. Other side. Shall we? Plie. Releve. And plie. And releve, maybe arms all the way up. Plie, keep the arms. Releve, stay and just tippy toe or start to move it. Let the arms sort of move around. Woo! Imagine your swan lake moment. Yes. And then plie, feeling the calves. Tendu, switch. Use your support, plie. Hug the inner thighs together and rise up. Good, again, plie. Zip it up. Maybe the arm goes on top. And then this time you could stay here and just keep stepping, or perhaps you let it move. Building that endurance in the lower legs. Good, plie. Tendu. Plie, right leg in front. One more round, a little variation, plie. Good, lift up. Plie. Lift up, arms up, stay, pull in, and then thread. But as you walk, maybe you take a little turn. It's fancy. As you come to the other side, plie. Now we're dancing, tendu. Other side, left foot in front, plie. Use your support as you need. Thread, lift, hug the inner thighs together, hollow out, plie. Good. Next time you're gonna take the arms up. Breathe. Now pull in and stay in place or start to walk. Maybe the walk takes you into a turn. Really pull the inner thighs together, inner thighs together, inner thighs together. Woo! Plie. Well done, tendu. Take a moment to bow, shall we? Oh, nice curtsy. Other side. Right, we're not done. But kind of nice to give yourself a moment of reverence, right? To just acknowledge you're doing it. Well done. Plus, this probably helps release the hips from that work. Good. From here, step your feet out. Don't forget to dance again. Oh, let the arms go. Here we are. Now bring yourself to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Just walking it off. And then forward folding at your hip creases. Take the hands to the thighs and just allow for a hinge at the hips, a flat back, walking it out, feeling how good this feels in your low back and hips. And then gently plie in the middle, squaring off. Use the chair if you need to support you on the way down. Hands to hips. Step your right leg back. Take the knee down. Hands. Step back to hands and knees. Good. And then from here, lower down, hips towards heels. Now as you come into this, your hips don't have to touch your heels. You could stay higher. You might even come to your elbows. But just massage the breath up and down the spine. Let yourself squirm, roll, inhale and exhale. Roll the shoulders and circle the hips. Zigzag, wiggle, wag. Good. And then from here, sit off to your left hip. Good. Find your way towards seated so that you have space to roll back into. And then as you come to your side, thread the arm through, side glide, come onto your back. Right, so you've got this space behind you to extend the arms up and over and into. As we come into a bridge lift here, feet are hips width. Plant your heels nice and heavy through the whole foot. Keep the arms up, resting the backs of the hands on the earth. And as you exhale, coil the navel in and lift the pelvis. Now keep pressing down through the upper arms and then shift the weight towards your left leg. Come down towards the left side. Just your left hip comes down. Good. Then come up and over. You're arcing back through bridge towards a rainbow over to the right side. So this little half circle, bridge and sway left and lower, lift, sway right, left, and right. One more. Back to the center, lift up, and then slowly come down. When you land, bring the hands towards the thighs and draw your right knee in towards your chest. So you can use the hand to support this, holding the shin, interlace behind the thigh there, and then circle the right thigh in the hip socket. If you don't need the hands, it's a little more core work. You could even take the hands behind your head. But we're doing a really tiny circle with the weight of the leg soaking down into the well of the pelvis. Switch the direction of your circle. Keep breathing. And again, if you need to feel more connected, use the hands. Good. Draw the knee in toward your chest. Exhale, plant the foot. Just notice. Maybe even dance here on your back. Let the hips go. And then second side, left leg draws in. Knee behind the leg. Or hands release. Behind the head even. Start the circle. All right, so we're massaging from the inside out. Trying to contract the leg down into the well of the pelvis, and this can be really small and deep, or you can go a little bigger, a little wider as you feel that you can control and support this movement. Other direction. All right, so you feel that it's coming from your center. All right, not something you're putting on top of the movement, but from the center radiating outward, these circles. Good, last one. Snuggle it in. And then exhale, release. Notice the difference. Now right leg, again, you can hold on to it. You could even use the hands behind the thigh if that works. Do the same thing, circle with the knee bent. If it feels interesting to you and you can keep your breath even, unfold the leg any amount. Doesn't have to be super straight, just like you're trying to touch the clouds with your toes. And circle this long leg down deeper and deeper into the hollow of the pelvis. Now you're gonna feel the other hip wants to move too. That's okay, but see if you can stay in the center and not get pulled or topple over toward one side. Switch direction. All right, so maybe we're unwinding now. Initiate from the navel. Imagine the belly button's doing this circle. Arms can be wherever feels good. Good, last one. Now stretch the leg like a great big yawn. Stretch the arms like toward it. Give it some spirit fingers. And then exhale, release the leg back down. Hands to your belly, take a breath. Belly, ribs, chest, and then chest, ribs, belly. Left side, draw the leg in. Again, you could stay here, circle with the knee bent, or as it feels good on your low back and the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, Unfold the leg any amount, pointed, flexed, touching the sky with your toes. Start the circle. All right, you're just sort of skywriting with your tippy toes. And again, arms where it feels best to you. If you need them by your side, might even feel good. And keep stirring now in the opposite direction. All right, it can be really small and very slow. Mindful movement here. Or if it feels connected and contained to your center, maybe it's a bigger circle. Excellent. Come back to the center. Woo! Flex it. Reach up like a great big yawn. And then gently release the leg back down. Good. Take an easy breath. Hands on your belly. Fill the breath up the body, ribs and chest. And then exhale, chest, ribs, belly, as you release back down into the soles of the feet. Good. From here, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and then allow the leg to just dip right and left. Now, often we might drop the leg off and go all the way to the side, but not today. Today we're gonna try to keep it right in the sweet spot, right in the middle, so that you feel that you're using the core to contain this movement, and at no point are you disengaged in the movement, right? If we drop it all the way off, we might disconnect from the core. So we just stay right there in the middle. We'll call it the sweet spot. I know it might not be as sweet, but it's good for you. Then come back to center, other side. Easy. Crossing, swaying, breathing. Just this little massage for the low back. And then the next time, bring yourself over to your side once again. Rolling up toward all fours as you transition. Let it be a dance, right? Up and over. Crawling your way. Crawling is such good core work. Just see if you can crawl up and down the mat a little bit here, just to find your way in the middle. All right, a little coordination, building some strength in the upper body as well. Good. From here, inhale. You'll lift and shift the weight forward, stepping your right foot forward where the hand was, and then drawing yourself up towards the runner's lunge, curling the back toes under. Again, using support as you need to push down and rise up, or hands at the hips to step your way back to the top. Well done. Inhale. From here, reach the arms out. Center yourself on the mat. Bring the hands to your center. And walking the feet out towards a wide parallel stride. And as you come into this, just shift and reach out on the diagonal perhaps, or down toward your knee, then back to the center. So knee, out on the diagonal even, center. Perhaps that weight shift, hinging at the hips and reaching out. Good, other side. Reaching. Center to the right. Now, stay nice and long through your spine, but maybe you can reach a little further down, like you're picking something up off the floor and then pulling the energy in. Good. Again, other side. Staying in whatever alignment works in your body without rounding the spine, reaching down and back up like you're pulling. Good. Let's take that again. Your range. Might even touch the floor and then touch your heart. Other side. Reach, rise, lengthen, and lift hand to heart. Take a deep breath in. Sweep the arms out and up. Touch the sky. Now take a side bend, almost like you're climbing here. Reaching and waving the hands. Good, massaging the low back as you go side to side. And now shift the weight to your left, coming towards a runner's lunge or a shorter stride towards runner's lunge, and then plant the back heel. Feel that nice deep stretch down the back of the leg. Inhale, reach and straighten. Reach. So feeling a nice deep release in the back of the leg from those standing bourrées we did, the releves. And I hope that feels good. Come back to center, parallel. Take a side bend. And then back to the middle, other side. And then coming back to the middle, turn and shift. Last side. Again, you can be on the ball of the back foot and then come into your runner's lunge. From a bent leg, straighten. Hello, Henry, just in time. Inhale, reach up and keep breathing. Ooh. Straightening the front leg. Good work, Henry. Strength and stamina is also, hiding until the work is done. Smart, that's smart. Come back to the center. Side stretch. Then just look over your left shoulder and back to center. Right arm. Look over your right shoulder, back to center. Heel toe the feet in. Take a little belly dance, little hip circle. Just this is really good core work. So don't forget the fun stuff. Other direction as you're working your core. So life is just a big belly dance, yes. Stay loose, stay happy, keep breathing. I'm Suzy. Thank you so much for working out with me today and building some strength and stamina and a good attitude. Have a beautiful